Hello everyone, welcome back to the Geek Church. We're going to do another review here, and this is a part 2 of a review. You might remember last time I took out and unboxed this GoSun Sport. Now, it wasn't a complete unboxing. I mean, it had a lot of like plastic wrap and just kind of stuff on it. And I decided just to skip the step where I just set it up. It was pretty simple. What you do is you unpack it. These things fold out like they're flower petals. And this stand just kind of opens up like that. Now, what you're seeing here is an oven. That's right, this is an oven. And you might be asking like, hey, where do I plug it in? Or if it's a barbecue, where do I put the charcoal? And here's the thing, there is no charcoal. There is no cord. I am serious. This thing manages to harness the power of the sun to cook food. Now, why would you need that? Well, obviously, camping is one thing. But for those that like to live off the grid, this might be for you. And I say might because I'm going to talk to you about something about this product. I tried this out this morning. It was a very sunny day today. And what happens is, when these things are open, the sun sort of collects its rays and they're sort of harnessed in this tube somehow. And this was what makes it hot. And this is something like, let's put it this way. In all my times of doing reviews, I've only given 2 negative reviews. And don't worry, this isn't one of them, okay? I'm not trying to preface with that. I'm trying to say that my negative reviews have only been about this, that the product didn't work in principle. That there was just something wrong with the product and it just came and I actually tried the product and it was like, I just couldn't get it to work because it, even in under ideal situations, the product just can't work. And there are some companies that will ship out products like that. GoSun though is not one of them. This product did work for me. And honestly, I don't know how it does it. It somehow can field the sun's rays in here, thus making this an oven. Now let me show you how this works. There's this kind of scroll thing, I call it, for lack of a better term. I'm pulling this out now. This thing is actually pretty hot already, okay? So it may be absorbing the light here. And what you do is you have your food on this. And now you might be wondering like, that's a pretty small space to cook food. And you're right, it is. Especially if you're gonna line it with aluminum foil and oil, which they recommended, which I did. So what I did was I had like a roast beef sandwich I got, like the kind you get at Arby's or something, and I decided to use this thing to reheat it. So I lined it with aluminum foil and I put some oil down. I had to cut up the sandwich a bit, but I put it in here, and here's the thing. I set it for about, okay, it's not like there's a timer here, but it recommended certain foods for a certain amount of times. It recommended in good sun, like a normal hot dog would take about 20 minutes. That might can be a long time, but if you live off the grid or if you're camping, you got nothing but time. So honestly, if you're looking for something quick, get a microwave. Chances are if you're using this, you don't have access to a microwave, which is why I recommend this. So I put this thing in here, and then I just you just put this tube right in here, and voila, 20 minutes later, your food is cooking in here somehow. I don't know the science behind this, honestly. I think this thing is pretty amazing. Does it work? Yes, it does. Did I have mixed results? Yes, I did. I will explain. What you have to do when you get this thing and open this up is you have to orient this in a direction perpendicular to the sun, was according to the instructions. After I cooked that roast beef sandwich that I talked to you about, I put in some hot dogs and I put in some other things, and I had some mixed results. I found that some of the hot dogs came out very piping hot and ready to go, and one of them was only kind of warm. I don't know if it had something to do with how I put them in this little tubey thing, this scroll thing, but either way, those are the results that I got. I'm gonna recommend this thing if you are living off the grid or if you're camping and you want something to cook your small food, like say you can put some vegetables in there. It's an interesting product, I have to admit. When I first saw it, I think at CES years ago, I didn't really know what to make of it, although they were cooking in it right there, and I thought, hey, that sounds kind of interesting. I'm actually glad I got a chance to try it out. Now, in addition to this particular product, I had a chance to try out some other products from this company. One of them is essentially an accessory. This is a GoSun Brew. All this is essentially just, oh, hello. This is just a thing, and you pour your water in here, and then you put it on the top, and then what you do I'll see if we can't get this in the shot here. But essentially, you just put it in here, and then the sun's rays essentially take the water and they make it hot. Does it make it boiling? I wasn't able to get it to the boiling point, but then again, I kept it in there for only about a half an hour. After a while, like after 15 minutes, I wasn't even getting really lukewarm, but then I changed the position of this thing so it was more oriented to the sun, and I actually got quite good results. The water was actually quite warm after that. So if you're looking for something to heat up your coffee or some other hot drink, this guy is the thing to go. I'm going to talk to you about another item related to the stove. I believe this is sold separately. A stove holder here. Basically a little bag, kind of like the one that holds your tennis racket, I guess, would be a good analogy. Also, here's another very much unrelated product. However, I remember unboxing this last time when we had that box full of supplies. And essentially, it is a very cool item. This actually took me a while to get out of the box. It might still take me a while. But this is essentially a Sun King Pro from GoSun, same company that makes this oven over here. Oh, sorry about that. Okay, basically what it is, it's a solar powered light. Nothing, if you're living off the grid, this might help for you. There we go. 3 levels of brightness, not bad. There's a battery on top, so you can see how much battery life you got in there. And as you can see, it comes with a solar panel that you can put kind of here or kind of anywhere. Just connect it up to, oh, here we go. You can just connect it up to these little ports here, which I did a bit earlier. And in addition to that ports, there is a USB here, meaning if your cell phone needs charging, get your charger, put it in there, and you can get some power on your phone or your tablet or whatever you've got. This is also not a half bad item to have around if you're off the grid or essentially living, camping, doing stuff like that. All in all, GoSun's a pretty good company here, and I want to thank them for sending me this stuff so I can do a review. This is Mark Rollins signing off.